Phase shifting is a phenomenon that can occur in digital signal processing, and it has the potential to impact the quality and clarity of your music production. Understanding the concept of phase shifting and how it can cause issues in your mix is essential for every music producer and audio engineer. In this video, we'll explore the causes of unwanted phase shifting in digital signal processing, the science behind it, and practical solutions to manage and resolve phase issues in your music productions. As we dive deep into the world of phase shifting, you'll learn how to recognize phase problems in a mix and develop techniques to fix and prevent them. By understanding and managing phase shifting in digital signal processing, you'll be better equipped to create professional sounding mixes with minimal phase-related issues. So, let's embark on this journey together and unravel the mystery of phase shifting in digital signal processing. The definition of phase. Phase is a term used to describe the position of a sound wave at any given point in time relative to its cycle. It is usually measured in degrees, with one complete cycle of a wave equaling 360 degrees. When two or more sound waves interact, their phases play a crucial role in how they combine and affect each other. When sound waves with the same frequency interact, they can either reinforce or cancel each other out, depending on their phase relationship. If two sound waves are in phase, meaning they have the same phase position, they'll reinforce each other, resulting in a louder sound. However, if they are out of phase, meaning their phase positions are different, they can cancel each other out partially or entirely, resulting in a quieter or even completely silent sound. This phenomenon is called phase cancellation or phase interference. In music production, phase relationships become crucial when dealing with multiple sound sources, such as multiple microphones, audio tracks, or digital audio processing. Unwanted phase shifting can occur when two or more sound sources with the same or similar frequency content have their phase relationship altered due to digital signal processing or other factors. This can lead to phase issues, causing certain elements in a mix to sound weak, hollow, or muddy. Understanding the concept of phase and its impact on sound signals is the first step in learning how to identify and manage phase shifting issues in digital signal processing. In the next section, we'll discuss the common causes of unwanted phase shifting and how they can negatively affect your music production. One of the most common causes of unwanted phase shifting in digital signal processing is latency. Latency refers to the delay between an input signal, such as a recorded sound or a live performance, and its corresponding output, like a sound played back through speakers or headphones. In digital audio workstations, latency can occur due to various factors such as the processing power of your computer, the size of your audio buffer, and the complexity of your signal chain. When working with multiple audio tracks, latency can cause unwanted phase shifting if the tracks are not properly time-aligned. This can happen, for example, when recording the same sound source with multiple microphones, and the signals from each of the microphones are delayed by different amounts of time due to latency. Another cause of unwanted phase shifting in digital signal processing is inconsistent sample rates between different audio tracks or devices. Sample rate refers to the number of samples of an audio signal taken per second. If two audio tracks with the same frequency content are recorded or processed at different sample rates, their phase relationship can be altered, resulting in phase issues. For example, if you import an audio track recorded at 44.1 kHz sample rate into a DAW session set to 48 kHz sample rate, the two sample rates will not align properly, causing potential phase shifting and degradation of the audio quality. Time-based audio effects such as reverb, delay, and chorus can all cause unwanted phase shifting in digital signal processing. These effects often work by manipulating the phase relationship between multiple copies of an audio signal, creating a sense of space or depth. However, if not used carefully, these effects can cause phase issues by shifting the phase of the original sound or the process signal relative to other tracks in your mix. Now that we understand the common causes of unwanted phase shifting in digital signal processing, we will explore the science behind phase shifting and how it is related to physics and sound wave behavior. Phase shifting is deeply rooted in the physics of sound waves and their behavior. When sound waves interact, their amplitudes, also known as the height of the wave, which corresponds to the loudness of the sound, add together, a process known as superposition. This resulting amplitude depends on the phase relationship between the interacting waves. If two waves are in phase, they will constructively interfere, resulting in a higher amplitude and a louder sound. On the other hand, if two waves are out of phase, their peaks and troughs do not align, they will destructively interfere, reducing the amplitude and potentially causing phase cancellation. Research in the field of audio engineering and acoustics has helped us better understand the phenomenon of phase shifting and its impact on sound quality. One such study, conducted by Moore, Glassberg, and Bayer in 1997, examined the audibility of phase differences in audio signals. Their findings suggest that humans are sensitive to phase differences in certain frequency ranges, particularly the low-frequency region. Another study by Brandt, Bitzer, and Gerkman in 2018 investigated the effect of phase distortion in audio codecs. They found that phase distortion can cause significant degradation of audio quality, especially in the low-frequency region, where phase cancellation can lead to a loss of bass energy. These studies, among others, underscore the importance of understanding and managing phase shifting in digital signal processing to maintain audio quality and achieve professional-sounding mixes. In the next section, we'll look at the practical strategies for identifying and resolving phase issues in music production caused by digital signal processing. Recognizing phase problems in a mix can be challenging, especially for those new to music production. Here are some common signs that may indicate that phase issues are in your mix. Weak or hollow sounding audio. If certain elements in your mix sound weak, hollow, or lack some kind of clarity, it might be due to phase cancellation between audio tracks with similar frequency content, disappearing sounds when summed to mono. If you notice that certain elements in your mix disappear or become significantly quieter when you sum your mix to mono, this may indicate phase issues. Inconsistent low-frequency response. If the low-frequency content in your mix sounds inconsistent or lacks energy, phase problems between low-frequency elements such as kick drums and bass lines might be the culprit. If you suspect phase issues in your mix, here are some techniques you can use to fix them. Time-aligned audio tracks. Ensure that all audio tracks are properly time-aligned, especially when working with multiple microphones or audio sources. Zoom in on the waveform in your DAW and align the tracks visually or use time alignment tools and plugins. Just make sure that the tools you use and the editing techniques you use are phase aligned. Not all editing techniques are phase aligned. Also, be careful when editing drums, because the microphones are far away from the drum set, and that's actually part of the effect that you want to achieve. So by moving those, you can definitely make some mistakes that are going to sound pretty weird. Adjust phase polarity. If two audio tracks are completely out of phase, try inverting the phase polarity of one track using a phase inversion plugin or the built-in DAW functionality. This can sometimes resolve phase issues instantly. Use high-pass filters. When dealing with low-frequency phase issues, applying high-pass filters to tracks with overlapping low-frequency content can help minimize phase cancellation. And experiment with delay or phase alignment plugins. Some plugins can help you automatically or manually adjust the phase relationship between audio tracks. Experiment with these tools to find the best phase alignment for your mix. To avoid phase issues from the beginning, keep the following tips in mind. Record with proper microphone placement and technique. When recording with multiple microphones, use proper placement techniques, such as the 3-to-1 rule, to minimize phase issues. Maintain consistent sample rates. Ensure that all audio tracks and devices in your music production setup use the same sample rate to avoid phase problems due to sample rate conversion. And use time-based effects judiciously. Now that we know how to identify and resolve phase issues in music production, let's look at some tools and techniques to help manage phase shifting in digital signal processing. There are numerous phase correction plugins available on the market that can help you identify and fix phase issues in your mix. These plugins often provide visual feedback such as phase correlation meters or waveform displays, allowing you to easily identify phase problems and make necessary adjustments. Some popular phase correction plugins include Waves in Phase. This plugin allows you to align the phase of multiple audio tracks, compare their phase relationships visually, and make precise adjustments using time delay and phase rotation controls. Sound Radix Auto Align. Auto Align is an automatic phase and time alignment plugin that analyzes the phase relationship between multiple tracks and automatically adjusts their timing to achieve optimal phase alignment. Voxengo PHA-979. This plugin offers phase and time alignment tools, as well as the ability to adjust the phase of specific frequency ranges, giving you precise control over phase correction. When working with digital audio workstations, there are several best practices you can follow to minimize the risk of phase issues. Number 1, use latency compensation. Most modern DAWs offer automatic latency latency compensation, which helps to time align audio tracks and reduce phase issues caused by latency. Ensure this feature is enabled in your DAW. Monitor phase relationships. Use built-in phase correlation meters, goniometers, and third-party plugins to monitor the phase relationships between audio tracks throughout the mixing process. Group similar elements. When processing audio tracks with similar frequency content, such as drums or backing vocals, group them together and process them as a whole. This can help maintain phase coherence and reduce the risk of phase issues. By following these tips and using the appropriate tools, you'll be better equipped to manage phase shifting in digital signal processing and create professional sounding mixes. In the next section, we're going to wrap up our discussion on phase shifting in digital signal processing and its impact on music production. Throughout this video, we've explored the concept of phase shifting in digital signal processing and its potential negative impact on music production. We've delved into the science behind phase shifting, examined the common problems of unwanted phase issues, and provided practical tips for identifying and resolving phase problems in your mixes. By understanding the importance of phase relationships and being aware of potential phase issues, you can take the necessary steps to manage phase shifting in digital signal processing effectively. With the right tools and techniques, you can prevent phase problems from compromising the quality of your music and ensure that your mixes sound professional and polished. So, as you continue on your music production journey, remember to keep an eye and ear out for phase issues and experiment with the strategies we've discussed to address them. As always, thanks for watching and happy mixing.